All right, we are live. So welcome all, especially all you replay viewers. I just really appreciate you guys following this. I appreciate you listening to this. I appreciate all your comments. Anybody that shares this, anybody that tells anybody else about this. You guys are the best. You guys are amazing. So thank you so much for following this. What I wanted to do today, let me just see actually if this is working because I'm actually on a question and answer thing because I usually can't see my comments very often when I'm doing my Facebook Live thing. So let me just see if this is actually working here. It's not always that when you use different technology so that's actually working properly. So let me just see that I'm actually, it should be live on here. All right, great, excellent. But there we go. But my comments are not showing up on my screen here. So let's see here if this is going to show here. No. All right. There we go. I can see some of you. All right. So just let me know where you're calling in from. Woo! All right. So my first question for any of you that are actually on right now. Okay. Thank you so much. There we go. I can see some of the comments there now. So what to you makes a good leader, especially in the network marketing industry? So that's my first question to you. So write in the comments, what makes a good leader to you? We're going to have a little bit of interaction here because I can actually see your comments on my screen here because I'm using this little BeLive.tv thing. So Scotland, what's going on? We got Christy. Christy's on. Where are you? Are you in Dubai? What are you up to? So what makes a good leader? Anybody? Okay. All right. I can't even say where. Yeah, I can't pronounce that, Perry. Sorry, I don't know where you're at. You're probably stuck in a queue somewhere because there's all the stuff going on there. So supportive, okay, like that. Anything else? Okay. What else have we got? A good leader. What makes a good leader? Get some information from you guys first. I want to get a little bit of feedback from you before I let you know what I feel is a great leader and what leadership is really all about. And I want to thank, I do have lots of topics I want to cover before the end here, the 30 topics. I'm definitely not going to be able to do that within the next 10 topics because tomorrow I've got my brother visiting me who is just earned $1 million in our industry. So big congratulations to him. And I'm going to see if I can get him on an interview and we can really dig down deep into his brain and what he suggests all you guys do. So to become hugely successful this year, right? I want to just see with him like what it is that he's learned over the years that can help all of us become better. Okay, so they practice what they preach. Great, excellent, love that. Okay, but you can inspire others long after your presence has left them. Okay, you set the example. You're a motivator. Okay, anything else? Well, leadership. What does leadership mean to you? Any of you that have just joined us right now? Okay, so. Yeah, you guys are all just laughing, going back and forth. There we go. We got lots of fun people coming on here. Okay, so support system. They lead by example, they motivate, and they encourage. Okay, so that's great. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. Shows the highs and the lows. What do you mean? There are lows in our business or in any business? I didn't know that. All right. As transparent. Okay, excellent. So I actually talked about transparency this morning a little bit on my in my kind of training group that I have. I discussed a little bit about challenges and it was actually my good friend and business partner Guy Rowley sent me a little video on how it's all about being transparent. It's all about showing people both the good, the good and the bad and so on. And we had a little bit of a discussion around that. And then I got onto my training thing and did my take on that as well. So that's awesome stuff. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, there we go. Christian's on. I just maybe you just got on now, but I just share that you were the one who kind of came up with this whole thing of having a good discussion on leadership. So someone to look up to. I love that. Thank you so much, Christian. That's awesome. Okay, anything else? Anything else? Okay, they actually care. I love that. Okay, they actually care. All right. So yeah, you guys better have a liking war. I better get some good comments on this as well. I want more input from all of you. Leadership. What's leadership? What's great leadership to you? Or what's bad leadership? We can also learn from bad things, right? We always learn from the good and we learn from the bad. So passionate, makes firm decisions. Okay, excellent. They listen. Great. They listen. I want to listen more to you guys, but you need to give me some more input here. And I love the little liking war. I bet Christian's winning that one right now. Okay, they lead by example. Okay, great. We had that one, but great. Yeah. Okay. So any of you that are in network marketing, do you do any kind of reading or personal development on leadership? Like, do you even Google leadership? Like, go and say, like, what makes a good leader in network marketing? Like, I highly suggest you even just start there. But I also highly suggest to start reading lots and lots of books on leadership. There are so many amazing books on leadership. And that's really what I think a huge part of it is always like getting better and improving yourself, because it starts with you. Leadership starts with you making a decision and you constantly having to improve, right? So understanding, empathy, transparent, yeah, awesome things. Andrew, you're in a Wigamamas. What are you having there? I used to love going to Wigamamas. I used to go a lot when I was younger, when I was building my business, actually back in the day when I was in the trenches, just going crazy, and you didn't have time to cook ever, so you were always eating out. Like that's the fun time, when you're just in the trenches, you're working so hard, 16, 17-hour days, you just grab whatever food you can every here and there, because you're always traveling around, especially back in the days when I did this before, kind of, let's say before the internet, which is not true really, I'm not that old, but I do use some nice anti-aging products. Okay, 11 Pillars, I love that, it's a great book. 5-Minute Manager, there we go. GoPro, another great book. Okay, so wonderful. These are all great ideas. Anything else? Anyone else come up with something? What about leadership? What makes a bad leader? Can you come up with that? They don't micromanage. Great. So a bad leader would micromanage, right? So that's kind of what I would say is a big difference between kind of in the corporate world where I was from before. I was obviously working in banking, where you kind of have these managers that are sitting there and like nitpicking at every single little thing, and you just like feel like no creativity, and you just feel so constrained, right? They're just totally micromanaging you the whole time, and that's what's so interesting with our network marketing in this industry is that most of us are a bit crazy. We're all like a bit cuckoo. That's why we're doing this, right? We don't really fit into like a normal job. Like this is just not our thing, right? We don't want to conform to society and be told what to do every single day, right? That's why we look for these other options. And that's why network marketing is such a great way to get into, right? So, and that's what we're looking to get away from. We don't want to be the employee being told what to do all the time, right? But that's the funny thing as well in network marketing, because you kind of also, in a way, tell new people kind of where to go and direct them and lead them in some kind of a way, right? But what I love with that is we don't actually have to tell them what to do. We can just show them what to do, right? So once again, we decide to become leaders first, and we then go and show these people exactly what to do. So we show them, for example, when I first started, I'm working with a company, obviously, that does a lot of skincare. So I would actually I remember taking new people, I would just walk into salons and I make such a fool out of myself because I'm just horrible, like at the whole, like walking in and just making conversation with people. But I would walk into these salons and be like, okay, I got to show them what to do, right? And then I'd get in a conversation to see if I could book a meeting, or even have a meeting right there and then for them to show them more about our products and so on, right? And this was, I just love doing this. And then I would do it 2 or 3 times, and then it was their turn to try it out, right? They would do it. And so, yeah, we're in the Cuckoo Club. That's right, Tina. Okay, it said I instead of we. That's what managers do, right? So that's what I love. I love this picture where it's like we, and we're all holding each other, and that's kind of the leadership there, right? So Lisa, you know exactly what it's like in financial services, where you have a lot of managers that are tough there, right? Anything else? Anyone else come up with good things about leadership? Okay, so there we go. Believes in you and makes you believe in yourself. I'm lucky to have that. Okay, a bad leader would be someone who understands you in you regardless of your journey. Uninterested in you regardless of your journey. Okay, sorry. So yeah, so that's another thing. It's like being incredibly interested in other people and what their goals are and what they want to accomplish in life, right? If you can take an interest in other people and put other people first, that to me is just massive. And one of the people that I've listened to for the last, since I started in this industry 12 years ago, is a program called Millionaire Training Circle by Dan McCormick. And what he talks a lot about with leadership is serving. And that's something that actually I was speaking to Christian before, and he was like, just one word to me, leadership is serving. And I was like, no way, like that's what I've been hearing for the last 11 years of my life, is how can you be a servant? How can you serve others? How can you put them first? How can you make sure that you are helping other people, right? That to me is a huge part of leadership, right? And so one thing that we keep on seeing, so They want their team to do better than themselves. Exactly. So for me, it's not just about wanting your team to do better than yourself, but it's like making sure that you go find better people than yourself. Okay, that's leadership as well. Making sure you surround yourself with better people so that you can grow as a person, and that you already know that these people are going to be better than you, and you believe in them very often more than they believe in themselves, right? And that to me is really important. Is that you have to love them. You have to make them believe that they can step up to that next level. And so sometimes I have people that come to me with certain goals, and for me a little bit maybe unrealistic. And so, but what do? I always say, I'm fully supporting you. I believe in you. You can do this. And I start to build it up so that I actually do believe in what I'm saying. I believe that they can actually accomplish this, right? At first it seems a little absurd, but then I'm like, wait a second, why can they not accomplish this? And I'm going to let them know that I believe in them, and I believe that they're going to go out there and do exactly what they need to do to achieve those things that they're telling me, right? So they always make their teams feel appreciated and so on. And that's another thing there, right? Another thing I just wanted to jump in here before leadership, because I know that some of you are jumping onto our business overview in about 3 minutes time here and starting. And that's actually my brother that's going to be doing that. So I highly suggest you get some people on that. But essentially, I highly suggest for any of you that are in our business, is Marbella is coming up in May, and it is going to be so much fun, and you're going to learn way more in those 3 days than you would by just staying home for the next 1, 2, 3 years. And I'm going to share my story in a few days' time of how I missed the first event and how it's cost me a lot of money. Okay, but just a few things about leadership. So how can we, first of all, decide to be a leader ourselves. So it doesn't matter what title you have. Like some people in our business believe, oh, I haven't reached this title or this pin or whatever else, this income level, therefore I can't be a leader. And that's total BS, okay? You have to make a decision yourself that you are a leader, okay? It doesn't matter if you've started this business today or whatever. Like you just say, I'm a leader, and I'm going to behave like a leader. And for any of you that book Marbella, before I go back to this, but any of you that book Marbella before the next hour, and you can prove that, those of you that are on OTG UK, you have a chance to get in a raffle to win this amazing prize worth a few £100, right? The little wrinkle iron which Christians put on. So make sure that you do that. And yeah, Marbella is going to be so freaking amazing. Those of you who haven't been there, you're going to love it. And those of you who've been there have obviously already booked, because you know how much fun it is and how great it is for your business. So another thing for me is that, so you make a decision to become a leader. And so, for example, like if you, what I did, for example, when I came to the UK, is I just started doing events. Even though I didn't have a huge title, I wasn't making a lot of money, I just started doing events, and I decided I was a leader and I was going to lead this group of people, right? So you have to make that decision yourself. And if you're in an area right now in the UK or wherever you are in the world and there are no events happening in your area, you've got to say, I'm a leader. I'm going to make sure that the events start to happen, right? I woke up this morning and I had these girls in one of my chats from Cape Town, or South Africa actually is, and these girls have now decided that they're going to start to do all these different events every single week, right? And they're just taking on leadership. It doesn't matter what position they're at. They're just going to go into people's houses, living rooms, and that's what we initially started using our living room, started doing events there and meetings there, because we couldn't afford all this all the time to get a hotel room or whatever else. We couldn't have enough people to pay for that, right? So you gotta find ways around that. But obviously, always look for free venues, whatever else. There's always ways to kind of negotiate with venues about, you're bringing all these people, they're going to be buying drinks and food and all these things. So, but another thing that we did a lot of from the very beginning was, how can you help your team get up on stage and shine, and you take a step back and let your people be the people that are getting the recognition and the rewards, right? That to me means a lot more than standing up there and getting recognized yourself. I had this kind of, it actually happened a few years ago here where, was it 2 years ago? I went to an event in the UK, and we just had so many people get recognized for their amazing achievements. And I just sat there and I was just crying. I was just like tears, like for about 1 or 2 hours, because of all these people having such success. And it just made me so happy to see them have success. Like I didn't care at all what was happening to me. I was just so happy for them. It was just so amazing to see, right? And that's to say, like, if you have that attitude where you really want people to have success, and you're always encouraging them and getting them to step out of their comfort zone. And one of the best ways to do that always is public speaking. Like, get them out there. Doing Facebook Lives, for example. A lot of people are super afraid to start doing their Facebook Lives. It's the same with me. I have no idea what I'm going to ramble on about, right? So I get on there and I just face my fear and just do it, right? And that's what you need to do with the whole public speaking and so on, and get your teams to go up and do, share, start small, share a little testimonial first, and then later on they take on bigger and bigger roles, right? Always keep on improving yourself. Also, another huge thing I think is this: in certain situations within your business, things are going to go bad, okay? And that's the time when you step up as a leader and you take full responsibility. And even though it's not 100% your fault, maybe not even like 1% your fault, just step in and say, like, look, this is my fault. You take 100% responsibility for what's happened, right? But when things go well, when things go really, really great, you share that with your team. You say, like, look, you don't take on that credit yourself. You say, like, yeah, because of the team, because of the team, because of the team. And that's what I love with the teamwork that we have in the UK, for example, is that everybody's so much about, it's our teamwork, it's our teamwork, it's our teamwork. Nobody takes that individual credit. And there are so many little components why we've had such incredible success over the last 2 years, and we're going to continue to have way more success than that over the next 3, 4, 5 years here, because we have this incredible teamwork. We don't let any of the egos get in the way. And I really want to thank, two of the people I work really closely with is my brother Rick and then Christian. They are so incredibly good at this whole teamwork thing, about keeping the egos in check, about how can we work together, how can we make everybody feel special, and just serving everybody, right? And that's what I love, is they're always all about, like, and it's not just about their team. They're always actually give more credit to the other people that are not part of their team than their own team a lot of times, which maybe not always good either. But and even so that's what I love about how they work, is that they're always giving all these people so much more credit, and they're always involving them more than their own team. So that's absolutely amazing. So also, another huge thing is to bring your passion into whatever you're doing, and so on. So I just really want to thank you guys so much for doing this. Guys, I know you're going to book Marbella at midnight. I love that. And all of your other ones, that's amazing that you guys are going to see you in Marbella. But I just want to thank you all for following this. It's awesome to have so many of you participate in these lives. I've got, obviously, we'll see here which day, either probably not tomorrow, but maybe we're going to have either probably on Sunday. Hopefully I'm going to get a little interview with my brother, a new $1 Million Circle member. So he's just done extremely well in our business, and just to share with you, some of the things that can hopefully help you, get better in whatever it is you're doing, whether you're building a business, whether it's in your family life, whatever it is, to make, 2017 better than 2016, so that you can go out and just smash it. All right. So thank you all so much for listening. I love all you guys. You guys are amazing. Let's go out and make February just another amazing month. We're doing absolutely awesome so far. So thank you so much for all you do. You guys are all amazing, amazing people. Thank you.